The levels of delusion for some people just never seem to amaze me. It is one of those things where you sit here and you say, "What the hell are you thinking? Like, do you think before you speak, or you just speak?" And when it comes to Natasha Cloud, the WNBA, she seems to just throat run her mouth and never think about what she's saying. She thinks that maybe she sounds intelligent. I don't know, but a lot of the things that she says are just downright foolish and off the cuff. And most recently, she had a new comment. Her newest comment is another brilliant one here. And it never seems to amaze the levels of entitlement that Natasha Cloud has. She's been traded to Connecticut, so she's no longer in Phoenix. She's playing in Unrivaled, and she just loves to run and her mouth and talk and talk and talk. So let's talk about what her newest ridiculous comment was. And yes, I'm going to call it ridiculous. I'm going to tell you why. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. We talk facts over feelings. I am AKA Rudy the Hammer. For those of you who are all back again, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for supporting this channel. If you're new, please like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel. I greatly appreciate it. Natasha Cloud is known for her mouth, and her mouth never seems to stop running. No matter the topic, she will say something. It doesn't matter what the topic is. So, in the last couple of days, she just said something new. And I mean, hey, I'll just show it to you. Natasha Cloud says here, ESPNW, Natasha Cloud shared her thoughts on what the WNBA can take from Unrivaled. The WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert was in attendance for Monday's games. She says, "We want our money and we want it now. In my 10-year NBA career, 10-year career in the W, we've grown so much, but there's just so much room left to grow. Just prioritize the players." Oh, sweet baby Jesus, Natasha Cloud. You have no concept of how to run a business, and it's obvious every time you speak. You want your money. I appreciate that. I genuinely do. If you're using the Unrivaled League as a comparison, you have a league that is brand new. It has no debt. It is nothing but funneling money in from investors who are, if they ever see a return on their investment, I would be flabbergasted because the ratings don't substantiate how they can get a return. The ratings do not substantiate how they've made a profit. The ratings do not substantiate. I mean, there's no ticket sales. There's only 850 seats. You're playing in a flipping warehouse building in Doral, Florida, outside of Miami. What exactly are you expecting to get from the WNBA? Right now, Unrivaled got an influx of money and they gave it to y'all. They paid for a gym, they paid for weight room, they paid for your housing accommodations. They pay for your food, I presume, a lot of the time, or probably give you a bunch of meals. They're paying for a lot of things that the reality is this: they've got no debt, so or they've had no debt, so they can afford it right now. How long can they afford it? We don't know. If the goals of Unrivaled are to take this thing to other cities, like they initially said they were going to do, which didn't happen this year, even though they said that was what was going to happen. You got expenses. Like businesses are not just a cash cow for you. You are a player. I don't know what she's getting paid, but if she's getting paid the average from what I've read is about $200,000, yeah, she's making a hell of a lot of money for 2.5 months of work, which I use the term work very loosely because her team gets worked every game for the most part. I mean, it's just craziness. The WNBA has expenses that the Unrivaled League does not have, a history that the Unrivaled League does not have. You travel, you get on airplanes, you get hotels. There's always things to be paid. There's far more staff on a WNBA franchise than there is in Unrivaled. Heck, I gotta wonder if there's actually a trainer there for Unrivaled. Maybe there is, but clearly that person's not doing that great of a job with all these players that are dropping like flies. I mean, players dropping like flies the entire season here. Where is the person training them? Are you guys, is Unrivaled paying for anyone to have surgery if they need a surgical procedure due to an injury in Unrivaled? I have absolutely no idea. But the fact of the matter is this nonstop rhetoric. We want our money. We want it now. What are you, JG Wentworth? Looking to get to cash in on your structured settlement that you put in a structure and now you want your money ASAP? That's not how things work. That's not how they work. What do you think you should be paid, Natasha Cloud? Please do tell us. Prioritize the players. There are teams that are building facilities. I get it. They're not everyone has one. I get it. You're going to go to Connecticut where you're going to be practicing in a damn recreational center. I get it. That's life, bro. There were plenty of NBA teams in the 90s that were practicing in high school gyms. I know this for a fact. The Miami Heat practiced at a high school gym before they had the American Airlines Center built. I'm telling you, I know it. They had they ran their facility, they ran their camps through this high school. I'm serious. You don't believe it? Just go look it up. NBA franchise. Natasha Cloud's making $200,000 a year to play in the WNBA. Signed a 2-year deal with Phoenix for $400K guaranteed, 200 and 200. So she's in her second year now. So she'll make another $200K. Good for her. Good for her. Let's see when did she sign this. Yeah, so she signed it last year. She has another year, and then she's an unrestricted free agent. Okay, we'll see what you're gonna get. You'll probably get more if you're still serviceable enough. But this delusion that you're supposed to just get because you're breathing is crazy. And this isn't the first crazy thing that Natasha Cloud has said. She's the same person that said, I'm tired of hearing men talk about our league, knowing nothing about our history. She wrote an X, invest or shut up. Shut the F up, respectfully. Cloud followed that post with, y'all want us to be pitted against each other so bad. This is her talking about Charles Barkley. This was a response to Charles Barkley because Charles Barkley was telling people to stop being petty, which they were. They were. They were. You can sit here and say that everything has gotten better over the 10 years. I would tell you this, your attendance with non-Caitlin Clark games this past year took a dive from the year before. These are statistically proven facts. You averaged over 505,000 fans watching a game on television. I'm sorry, 505,000 fans watching a game on television in 2023. And in 2024, that number dropped to 394,000 in games that Caitlin Clark did not play. If you want to have that skewed number, then yes, it's higher, but we know what it is. We know what it is. She also referred calling the USA trash. Like, this is a woman who just has a problem with just about everything. She has a problem about everything. On the 4th of July, she calls the U.S. trash. Our country is trash in so many ways. And instead of using our resources to make it better, we continue to oppress marginalized groups that we have targeted since the beginning of time. Oh, Lord. Black, brown communities and LGBTQ plus man, we are too powerful to still be attacking issues separately. Look, man, I'm not going to argue about issues in this country, but to call your country trash, I'm not going to, I don't do this, but if something's such trash, you can always live somewhere else. I promise you, there's people that are fighting tooth and nail daily, including black and brown people who are trying to get into this country because of where they live. Go live in their shoes for one day in one of these countries, impoverished countries in Central America or in South America or in the Caribbean, who are trying every day to come to the United States. So when you make statements like this that are so ungodly, tone deaf, and you call a country trash, that people are begging to come to, you sound foolish. You sound foolish. It's crazy. It's crazy. How about the fact that your LGBTQ community, God bless y'all, is a very, very, very small percentage of this country, and people now have to walk on eggshells and not say something that might offend you. Like, God forbid, during COVID, people said, well, I'm not, I don't believe this COVID thing is real. And then people reply with science. Well, guess what happens now with the T plus community? Science does not exist anymore. Yeah, that might be controversial. No, you are a man or a woman, and there's a problem with that now, apparently. Now, apparently, science doesn't exist. Did science exist on COVID, but now doesn't exist in the creation of men and women? If you're a man, you're a man. If you're a woman, you're a woman. Don't sit here and tell me that you can think and feel that you can say, oh, I'm a woman today, or I'm this today. No. But she really needs to think about what she says before she says it. But she always comes off the cuff. So nothing is shocking with Natasha Cloud. She constantly says, and I got no problem with LGBTQ, none whatsoever. My stepdaughter is a lesbian. I do not. It's not nothing to do with that. Don't tell me that you're born a boy and you say you're a girl, but you still have all your boy parts. Don't tell me you're born a girl and then say you're a boy and you have all your girl parts. Like, I don't. And again, science. This is like the transgendered boys racing against females, which is completely unfair to females. Natasha Cloud, you're a female. You have a problem with that? But yeah, she's running off her mouth again. I'm not surprised. It's the same old, same old. She doesn't understand basic business, and that's why she's in a league that's broke. I mean, they've been subsidized for 28 years. Make some money, and then you'll get more. People aren't paying to watch you play, Natasha Cloud. So sorry. God Almighty. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you have to say about Natasha Cloud's words. Leave your thoughts in the comments, like the video, subscribe. I'd appreciate it so very, very much. This is Rudy's Rant. We talk facts over feelings. Come on now.